I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I have no clue how to start a YouTube video. But I'm going to give it my best shot. Welcome to Daddy's Money Garage. The title is irony. We have no money, and we don't have a garage. I am currently trespassing behind my local Publix, next to the loading dock, and you may or may not see me get run off by security. That'd be interesting. Probably more interesting than what I have for you today. Who knows? I don't know. We'll just get right into it. This is my daily car. This is what I drive when I don't take the Plymouth out. I don't take the Plymouth out all the time. I do every chance I get. Rain, shine, whatever. Just as long as it's not snowing in the winter because they salt. But I figured that this car deserved a bit of a spotlight, if you'll hear me out, because these cars have got a massive community around them, and I've been a part of it for a while. And we've put, as in John and I, have put a ton of work into this car, and I'll just get into it. This is a 2006 Grand Marquis Mercury. It's built on the Ford Panther platform, which has been around since, I guess, about the 70s. If John were here, he'd know that. He knows a lot. I bought this car in 2016. It is the most modern car I ever plan to own. And if I have it my way, it's going to be the only modern car that I own, because I am a total cheapskate. And that's the beauty of these cars. These cars used to be cheap. Secondhand, they're going up, like, because of what they are. The plus about these cars is that they're all V8s. They're all 4.6 liter 2-valve V8s. They put down maybe 230 horse, which is nothing, but the point is that 2-valve 4.6 is dead reliable as long as you take care of it. I don't know, anything's reliable as long as you take care of it, but in particular, these last a long time. These were fleet cars, so they didn't change the build quality with the civilian models. In fact, the reliability stayed the same, and they made the civilian models nicer. So like I said, there is a huge community around these cars because these are pretty much like automotive Play-Doh. You can do a ton of stuff with these cars. And I'll get into what's done to this one. I plan to keep this car forever, like I said. So instead of making it fast or anything like that, I modernized it and made it convenient. There's a lot of stuff that's been done to this car that probably no one would ever do to a 2006 Mercury. But like I said, I don't ever plan on getting rid of it. It's been a great car to me. It's got like 230,000 miles on it, and I've had no engine problems, but the transmission did go out. That's a known problem with these. Around 200,000, they start kind of slipping a bit. And I pause here because I want to point out that if you put this license plate frame on your car, Mustangs, Camaros, Hondas, anybody that sees it behind you will just blow on past you and expect you to be fast. This car is not fast. That frame is just on there because there were a ton of them hanging around the shop, and I was like, well, sure, why not? I'll put it on my car. That was a mistake. Cops follow me closer now. This badge here, though, this is the dumbest thing I think I put on this car because there's nothing high performance about it. But this was the first car I ever owned with a V8, so I was really proud of it. And this being the first V8 I ever owned, I picked this car because John used to have a Crown Vic. And that car got put through so much abuse, and it kept coming back for more. And I never understood why people liked these cars until I rode in John's. And I saw what that car was, and then I got it. And then a few years later, I got my own. John's car, these cars have 4 catalytic converters, and something you're not supposed to do at all, but people do, is remove the back 2 catalytic converters and just run it like that. John's back 2 catalytic converters had clogged up, and so the solution to that was to just with a Sawzall And then it became atrociously loud and a complete nightmare to ride in. So we just beat the crap out of that car until it was just the transmission went out. But about this specific car, like I said, I've modernized it quite a bit. One of the first things I did was put a stereo in it. It's got a humongous subwoofer in it. And John is an electrical wizard, and he has this passion for upgrading headlights. I know that's kind of weird, but John's a weird dude. but the headlights have been upgraded to HIDs. And those are in actual projector housings. And when you put HIDs in a factory style housing, that's when you get those blue lights that just blind everybody. And I know, I, as well as probably you, hate that. We made sure that when we did this headlight upgrade that they did the proper thing. And this is what they do. I'll just turn on the lights. So when you have your HIDs properly in, this is what they should look like. There's a nice little cutoff line right there, and then when you hit the high beams, it's just like free X-rays. Like it doesn't look much because it's so close, but let me tell you, that thing will light up for miles. Let's just turn that annoying noise off. So in this car, the first thing I did was upgrade the radio. This thing had like an old unit that it was just total junk. It's got a touchscreen now, and it does Apple CarPlay. It's just moving on up is what it is. Let's see. So the keypad, I had to replace that. Oh, I put puddle lights in it, and I guess that's good because it's currently raining right now. So now I'll know that my car is still a Mercury. And that just reminds me every time in case I forget what it is. So, but one of the big things about this car is just how much storage space there is. And like I said, I put a subwoofer in this car, and that kind of ruined it. So I took away one of the major points of having one of these, and that's just par for the course. Well, the subwoofer's covered up. So that is a Kicker 12-inch subwoofer. Let's just get rid of that. That is a Kicker 12-inch subwoofer, and it rattles everything in the car. It's but it sounds good, and it took up all the trunk space. There's parts here. We're in the process of putting I kid you not. We're in the process of putting blind spot monitoring on this car because I ran out of things to do, and I was just like, hey John, let's just put blind spot monitoring on it. And so the trunk is kind of taken apart. There's a bunch of stuff in it right now. But anyway, there's a couple other things. This car does have an exhaust. It sounds pretty good, but the main thing that is just the most convenient thing is remote start. So that thing, it is nice to get into a car and it be like at a right temperature, or whatever you want. I'm lazy is what I'm saying. I'm just trying to justify my laziness. I can also turn the car off, so that's kind of neat. What else? The Mustang Wheels. This is this was not a modification I actively sought out to do. If you don't know anything about Mustang, guys, right, if they change their wheels, a lot of times, not all, but a lot of times, they will let those wheels just go for nothing. They will just throw them away. And how convenient for me that Mustangs and the Panther platforms have the same bolt pattern. When I was in college, I had no money and I needed tires. The tires that were on the original wheels were just completely slap out. Like the tread was falling off, there were wires showing, and I rode those things until they were literally just dangerous. And instead of replacing the rubber on the wheels that I hated, it was cheaper to get a set of Mustang wheels off of a 2018. And these are the optional wheels. Like, these are expensive. It was cheaper to get them from somebody who just changed out his wheels and they had rubber on them. So I was like, sold. So, and then I just never changed them out. I've just kept the Mustang wheels on it, just out of convenience sake. In fact, I just, like 3 weeks ago, put on a new set of tires. So I'm just, the point is I'm lazy. The window tint, that is illegal. That is 20% window tint. I'm probably gonna get a ticket now for saying that. The back's nice. I've ridden in the back of this car a few times. Let me tell you, it's much nicer than a cop car. It's very plush. It's a nice place to be. Unlike a cop car, like, if you've ever seen Cops or or been on an episode of Cops, then you know that the cop car back seats, they're just, that's not a good place to be. But like you know, like they say, a felony is just a seasoning on the spice rack of life. So yeah, anyway, that's the back seat. Nothing super interesting, really. I know that this is not exactly a super interesting car, but I love this car. The community around this car is very good. If you end up with one of these cars, there are just tons of people that have already fixed every issue. All you gotta do is ask a question, they'll help you out. Kind of like how everybody has helped us out. I'd want to thank everybody again. If you've watched this long and sat through me talking about a 4-door pedestrian car that I, for some reason, have a passion for, thank you. Thank you for sitting through it. Like I said, check out Travis's Mopar Garage. Check out Two Hacks Garage. And I guess, do I have to do the YouTuber thing, the stereotypical? Like and subscribe. If you like this video, like and subscribe. We appreciate it. If you're thinking about subscribing, we appreciate that too. And I guess I'll catch you in the next one.